Have you ever had a moment where you looked at your life and you thought, wait, this wasn't the plan? I always imagined my mid-20s being a certain way. You know, engaged, buying a house, building a life heading towards marriage, and having kids by 30. And for a while, I was on the right track. I'd moved out with my boyfriend at 21, I was living in a fun new city, and I had created the picture-perfect life for myself. But then everything changed. Now, for the first time in 6 years, I'm single and I'm moving back in with my parents. Not gonna lie, it does feel kind of like a step back. But maybe it's the beginning of something better. I'm yet to find that out. It's been 7 years since I remember craving my very first bit of independence. I was applying for universities, imagining my life living out of home, finally getting to make the decisions that I've always wanted to, and having the opportunity to move out was the thing that I was most excited about. I would finally become an adult. Then came the summer before uni. I got a job offer, and suddenly it hit me. Did I really want to go to study? Or did I just want a reason to leave? I think we both know the answer to that. So I shifted paths. Full-time job, still living at home. It wasn't in my plan, but hey, things work out for the better. 2 years later, I finally moved out, and I was sure this was for good. I sold almost everything and said goodbye to my hometown once and for all. I think a lot of us feel this pressure to keep moving forward. New job, new apartment, next big milestone. There's this quiet fear that creeps in that maybe starting over means I failed, that while everyone else is moving forward, I somehow got left behind. But honestly, I've come to believe that there's something kind of exciting about not knowing what's next. Life isn't a straight line, it's messy, and it can make no sense at all. And sometimes, the path to growth means letting go of the freedom that you once fought so hard for. Independence was the one thing that I was most afraid of losing when coming back home. Having been moved out for 3 years, I have really had the opportunity to discover who I am, and I'm really proud of the person that I've become. I value things a lot differently, and I really feel as though I'm much happier within myself. So it's super important to me to maintain my new values and outlook, even in an older environment. As humans, we crave routine. We find comfort in the little things, knowing what time we wake up, how we take our coffee, what comes next. It gives life a sense of control, a quiet kind of stability, and I'm no different. I love a routine. So now, being back in an old city with a bit less independence, this feels like my chance to make something new, something small, steady, and mine.
Make it cinematic, love like fire on the big screen. I only advise for you. We make it cinematic. Our love's like that, it's such a classic. I only advise for you.
And it might sound a little bit silly, but I feel like even doing just those few things a little bit more consistently make me feel like I'm way more in control of my life and my whole situation, even if I'm now doing them solo. Being single for the first time in 6 years is really exciting. I didn't think that right at the start, of course, but now I've got more used to the idea of being by myself, and it's such a weird feeling that now everything I do is because I want to do it. I'm not constantly thinking about someone else, and it feels a bit selfish, but in a really, really exciting way. Not gonna lie, even in a relationship, I was an active solo dater. I literally took myself to Italy. You definitely don't need to wait for someone to do the fun stuff with again. Make nice plans, go to nice places, even if it's just you. I mean, especially if it's just you. Although I do think it's only natural to think about what your next relationship might look like. But honestly, I don't know what I want in life, let alone what I want in my next partner. Okay, no, I definitely don't want that. Welcome to my bedroom. Come on in. Over here, we have my living area. I love having a couch in my room. I feel like it's just so nice for a little separate area, and I didn't have this growing up. So this is a nice new addition. This is my office space. When I was like in my teens, this was like my makeup area, for house parties and stuff, but now it's strictly for work purposes only. I have my 2025 vision board, which I have updated, of course, once this year already, but it's now giving inspiration and motivation on the daily. I have my walk-in wardrobe. I didn't realize how much stuff I've accumulated living away from home in the last few years, but so it's fitted just, of course, the bedroom area, and under here, this bed, it's full of stuff under the bed, and 95% of my stuff is still in the garage. So yeah, but I feel like it's come together so well, and it's a really, really nice little space for 24-year-old me. Life is good, life is exciting, but not gonna lie, I do sometimes overthink things, and the thought of being 24, living with my parents again, and it being the exact same situation I was last in as a teenager is massively scary, and I can't help but feel like it does feel like a step back, simply because I am so far off the path that I imagined for myself. But my optimism is coming in really handy, because it means that the path I once imagined to be my future wasn't meant for me, and I've been directed down this one instead. And I'm pretty sure this is going to lead to something really, really great.